Welcome to this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. On today's program, we're talking about everyone's favorite party here in the city of Suffolk, National Night Out. Tuesday, August the 6th, 2013 is the date. What are the details? We're going to have all the details you want to know about National Night Out coming up right after this break. Welcome back to On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. Of course, today we're joined by Captain Steve Patterson with the Suffolk Police Department. Thanks for being with us.
Well,
and of course, we're here to talk about National Night Out. Now, this is a very unique event here in the city of Suffolk. A great chance for citizens to get out there, get to meet your neighbors, hang out, have a good time, as well as mingle with our public safety officials from both police, fire. Everybody get involved to come together to do what? To say no to crime. That's the big objective of National Night Out. Captain Patterson, of course, you're a veteran of National Night Out, and we're going to kick it off by letting you give a chance to tell people a little bit about what National Night Out means to you.
Well, National Night Out means to not only myself, but the department and our other public safety partners is an opportunity to get in the community, celebrate the victories for the past year, what we want to work on for the next year, and build partnerships and relationships that last us all year round. Obviously, from a police standpoint, we cannot do the job alone. It takes the community to help us solve crimes, address other community concerns, and without their help, we wouldn't be able to work. So it's a great opportunity for us to get together, meet with the civic leagues, meet with the people, put faces with faces, let the shall we say, the line officers and firefighters and everyone get to meet the civic league members, and that way we know who is who when we get on the phone and start trying to figure out problems.
That's right. Now, of course, we talk about National Night Out. It comes around once a year. This year it's going to be on Tuesday, August the 6th. It's always seemingly the hottest day of the year, but a good chance to have a cool time, I guess, if you're out there enjoying yourself out there. But, you know, the big thing is it's a citywide event, but what it breaks down to is events going on in different communities, civic groups, and organizations throughout the city, number of combined efforts taking place at various locations. But what it basically is almost like a big street party, a big block party. People come out, you know, it's free in all locations. There's good food, there's music, there's dancing, there's characters. You'll probably see our Nat Night mascot out there patrolling the streets, kind of seeing what's going on. McGruff is there, Sparky is there. I mean, you might even see some other mascots. Maybe the Tides mascot will be out there. But again, it's communities having parties, getting together, enjoying their company, again, saying no to crime, and just showing people what their community is all about, right?
Exactly. That's what it's all about. There's a lot of games, a lot of fun activities, competitions, bands. We've seen all sorts of things over the years, and they are expanding a lot. And due to the expansion, you know, a lot of times we're hard pressed to visit and spend quality time with each group. And for us, I think sometimes it'd be better if we could get several neighborhoods to maybe join in together, that are geographically located together, so that way we can spend quality time with everybody versus running in, running out, and going and spend a little time with a lot of people.
That's right.
It gives more quality time to work with the community. So I would recommend any groups out there that are geographically together and they're willing to work with one another to ultimately take that leap and partner. I mean, it's not just your neighborhood, it's the whole area, the whole geographical community that we're trying to help out.
And again, you take one event and you make it even bigger, and by doing that, and again, like you said, bringing communities together, which is really what this is all about.
Yes.
And of course, when you talk about going around and touring, not only are the events taking place all throughout the city, but the National Night Out Committee organizes a bunch of tours that go out there.
Yes,
it's got your public officials, you got your public safety folks, you got members of other groups from in there who are going around not only to meet and greet, but also maybe judging some of the communities that want to, you know, we match them up. And of course, what we do is we take the single groups, we pair them together, and then the larger groups, so that way everybody's on kind of an even playing field. But it's not just about, you know, winning events, really, because really, if you participate in National Night Out, everybody's a winner, really.
Exactly.
And of course, as we said, Tuesday, August the 6th is when it all kicks off. There will be a kickoff event at the Pavilion right behind the Suffolk Visitor Center here in the heart of downtown Suffolk. After that event is over, again, these tour groups are going to head out, but all these parties are going to be going on throughout the city. Now, if you wonder, okay, where's a party near me? Suggestion, go to the National Night Out website here, which is suffolknno.org. You visit that site. As we get closer to the event, we're going to be posting where those locations are going to be. You're going to have the times. You're going to have what's going on. So again, you know where to go in your community. Certainly, if you want to go out and have your own tour and tour around different groups and sample great food and fun from all throughout the city of Suffolk, feel free to do so. And again, suffolknno.org is the website to reach. Now, you know, throughout the year, the Suffolk National Night Out Committee is, you know, we're priming for the big night, but there's all kind of little events that are going on throughout to make sure we're getting National Night Out there out in front of people. One of those events coming up on Friday, July the 19th, it's the illustrious National Night Out Duck Race. Now, for those of you who wonder what the heck is a duck race, I'm going to let you fill us in on those details.
Well, the duck race is a time for us to get together at TGIF. We hand out cards to people, and they get a number, and there's a number on the duck. This year we have brand new ducks. All of them will float, we hope, and and we set them into the river, and our Marine One police boat will dump them into the river. We'll regulate the race, and the first 3 ducks that cross the line, the finish line that is, those ticket holders will win a prize from the National Night Out Committee.
That's right.
It's also an opportunity to ask questions about National Night Out. A lot of people don't live in neighborhoods. They live in southern areas that are pretty much spread out. And even those groups, although they're not on a tour stop, it's
Right.
not a bad idea to get together and visit and get to know one another, even if you're not in an official tour stop location.
Correct. And of course, you mentioned about the duck race. Of course, we're using rubber ducks that are floating in the river. We'll
Yeah,
make sure
exactly,
we're being safe out there. But again, it's a great chance to not only participate with the duck race, but again, the great concert with TGIF, and I believe the Fuzz Band will be the band playing that particular night. The duck race, or I should say the TGIF, runs from 6 till 9. The duck race will be probably in there, probably between the 6:30, 7:30, 8 o'clock time range, but right between one of the band stop points there. But there also will be a booth out there, so if you want to get more information on National Night Out from some of the committee members or some of your public safety officials and folks they'll be on site. So again, a great chance to meet with them, make your introduction, get signed up. And speaking of signing up, again, the National Night Out website, a great place to go to get your resources. If you want to sign up or like more information, you also can contact Diana Klink. She's the Director of Media and Community Relations Department with the City of Suffolk. Her number is 514-4104. You can reach out to Diana, as well as, again, go to the website, get some information there. But again, you want to make sure if you're going to get your party sort of on the list, so to speak, go ahead and get that contact information, get that signed up as soon as possible, so we can get you included with the group. But as again, whether you're participating to try to be the top neighborhood, which again we encourage everybody to shoot for that goal. But again, the fact that you are participating in National Night Out makes it a success just in and to itself.
Exactly.
And Captain Patterson, I want to give you another opportunity to talk about what does this event mean for law enforcement personnel. I mean, again, the fact that they kind of get to let their hair down a little bit and get out there, they get to meet people, interact, have a good time, certainly there for a really good cause. But what does it mean for folks like yourself to go out there and have this special night set aside to get out there and meet everyone?
Well, a lot of times it's like I said, it's the opportunity to get out and talk to the people that you've spoken to all year long, and it's not about problems, it's about getting together and celebrating a little bit. It's also, sometimes it's a reunion of sorts. We get together once a year and we get to see each other and say hello. And the other bigger picture of it is we have our partners with the Commonwealth Attorney's Office and the Sheriff's Office and those folks and the fire department to get out there and we meet back in the communities, we say hello to each other, we get to spend a little time together when it's not official serious business, and we get to, like I say, celebrate the victories, successes we've had, and look forward to next year and see what we can do to fix things even more.
And again, we have just a couple minutes left in this particular segment, but I want to give you an opportunity as well to offer an invitation out there to someone or some group that is thinking about participating. And again, whether it's your event or if you want to visit someone's event, whether in your community or beyond, what would you do to encourage them to participate in this year's National Night Out festivities here in the City of Suffolk?
Well, I think the key to it is, in order for a community to survive, everyone's got to work together. And it's not going to start, if you sit on your front porch and hope someone's going to have a party, it's not going to happen. So if you want to see your neighborhood change, if you want to see the community look out for each other, then you're going to have to work together. Someone's going to have to step off the porch and set up the party or set up the event and start inviting everyone together and work from there. Someone's got to take the step. It may just very well be you.
And again, you never know when that year is going to be your year to, again, have the breakout event of the season. Of course, we also give out awards for Rookie of the Year, so a good opportunity. If you haven't participated before, it's never too late to get involved with National Night Out. So, Captain Patterson, thanks for being with us today. Again, the date, Tuesday, August the 6th, here in the City of Suffolk, National Night Out. You don't want to miss it. Again, visit the website, suffolknno.org. Now, we're going to have some more information right after the break on National Night Out, but as we take you to break, let's take a look at some highlights from the 2012 National Night Out celebration, again, here in the City of Suffolk. Following the animal care facility opening, it was time for National Night Out, and we all know that no one does National Night Out like Suffolk. This year, rainy skies were no match for the fun and excitement of the night, with over 40 community and business parties scheduled across the city. From north to south and from east to west, it was the familiar red, white, and blue dotting neighborhoods, streets, and marquees. National Night Out offers residents and public safety personnel an opportunity to join together to say no to crime and have a good time doing it.
It's very important to our community. It gives the resident an opportunity to come out, talk with each other, socialize with each other in a positive way. Meeting and greeting everybody, letting everyone know that we are a community and not just a place to live in. We are very encouraging of always referring to ourselves as a community and not a project, because a community is made up of people and families that help each other. And that's something we foster very much at Wilson Pines, is that you should help your neighbor and be neighborly. We have a very good working relationship, and just a drive-through relationship with the police department. They come over, it's like we've known each other for a long time, and even if a new officer comes on in our area, it's come by and wave and say hi, and the kids get excited when they see the fire trucks come out, and the fire department is always very good about, letting the kids look at the truck and not shooing them away. And we know that they are always there for us. So we try to assist them in doing their job, because they know the better they do their job, the safer we're going to be, and our community is going to be better. So it's a win-win situation for everyone. So we like to build those interpersonal relationships with the fire department and police department, and not just say they're public servants. We look at them as neighbors that may not live in our neighborhood, but they are still our neighbors. Yeah.
Well, it's very important to us. Our Civic League is just being reestablished after a couple of years of being dormant. So we're really pushing very hard to get the families and the kids involved, and thinking of our area as we've adopted a slogan, a neighborhood for generations. So we'd like to see the kids come back into our area rather than move out as they grow older. So it's very important that we think that they have a sense of security, and that we have a sense of family values for our community. So, well, I think it's very important. The police department, they've got good officers, but they've got limited funding just like any municipality, and they need the citizens to help out, and we think we can do that. Matter of fact, we're forming a neighborhood watch program for our community, working with Captain Brooks here in the police department, and without the citizens, I don't think the police can do as much as they can. So we think we've got an obligation to help them out there, let them know what's going on, and keep them informed. So
it is extremely important for the community to be involved with a big event like National Night Out, it really solidifies the partnership between the police and the communities and lets them work together and lets the people of the community know that, you know, if I see something out of place in my community, it's okay to call that non-emergency number and have somebody swing by and check it out. I think it's very important for the community to be able to stay together and work together and know that they have that partnership, that it doesn't matter how little or how big of a situation there is, that when somebody from the neighborhood calls, we're going to get dispatch because they know that we're a community that cares and they know that we're calling because it is something that is really going on.
Welcome back to On the Scene. Of course, you just got through hearing from some of our residents who participated in National Night Out last year, and certainly getting everybody encouraged to get involved in this year's National Night Out activities. And to follow up on that, we have Lamont Struthers, who is here with us today from the South Suffolk Pleasant Hill Civic Association. Now, his group last year won Rookie of the Year.
Correct.
So again, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Now, Lamont, if you can tell us a little bit about what got your community involved, how y'all got together last year, and how you brought everything together to be Rookie of the Year. How'd that work?
Well, we you know, during our meetings that our regular meetings that we have on Mondays, we just kind of, we were talking about this is the first time that South Suffolk that I'm aware of has done something like this, and
right.
and community involvement is always tough. You know, you try and get everyone out, but
sure.
we said that's what we wanted to do. In our meetings, we got everything together and was talking about different things we wanted to do.
Sure.
And which everything didn't come to fruition that we wanted to do, but we went out and, you know, talked to a few of the members the patrons in the neighborhood, and just went about it, got it done.
What were some of the things that y'all did last year that made the event so successful?
We did a lot of cooking out, you know, free food for the community.
Sure.
I did a basketball event for a lot of kids in the neighborhood, and then had a couple of people come in to speak and
right.
From the neighborhood and from outside the neighborhood, and we also try to get some people that to come back to the neighborhood
right.
that has been successful,
sure.
you know, in getting out, such as myself, and that's I know I did a lot of the drills with the kids out
right.
on the park.
Right. Now, what advice would you offer to a community that's out there thinking about, you know, look, National Night Out's coming around this year, Tuesday, August the 6th. We always want to get that plug in there. But we want to get involved. We want to do our own thing. What would you tell them when they start thinking about what's the best way to kind of make that happen and bring that community together like you talked about? And again, every community is a little bit different, got different dynamics, but some general principles you think that would help a community that's trying to get something together for their first National Night Out event?
I would say first, let's see what's strong in your neighborhood, whether they're teenagers, you know, younger kids, toddlers, adults,
right.
elderly. See what's strong in your neighborhood, what type of population that you have. And it requires a lot of, that doesn't necessarily require a lot of planning, but the media part, just getting the word out, find out if there are people in your neighborhood that own businesses outside of the neighborhood somewhere, and if you can put something up in their business as well, let people know. Right. The newspapers, for some that read newspapers, a good avenue, and sometimes it's door to door. You know, it's going around letting them know what you're trying to do, right. what you would like to do, some type of flyer or something in some or sign that's somewhere in your neighborhood, whether it's a fence that people pass every day
right.
or corner that
right.
someone passes every day, and those are some of the ways that we attacked it last year.
Sure. Now, not to give away too many secrets for what you are planning this year, but obviously perhaps looking for a more successful, even building on your success, I should say, from last year. But what are some special things that y'all might have in store for 2013 that you can let us know about right now?
I don't mind. I mean, you know, everyone is going to have their own, you know, event.
Sure.
But we want to get every year. My focus is on the kids in the neighborhood, especially right. with some of the crime things that has gone on, and which is really the story behind National Night Out. You know, it's trying to get more kids involvement, doing more things, having more things on the park where kids will come out and then they can hear a message
right.
from what we're trying the message we're trying to get over to them.
And of course, with National Night Out, it's not only getting communities coming together, but it's getting communities to come together, and then the public safety folks, everybody working together to stomp out crime, which is really the gist of what National Night Out's all about. Just talk about y'all's relationship and working with public safety officials here, and how, having them come out to your event and kind of mix and mingle and kind of, if you will, let their hair down and kind of get to know everybody, and everybody get to meet and get together in a fun setting.
Right. Well, I think that a lot of the youth today are, especially when the police comes around, they look at police officers as bad. And one of the messages that I always give, even to my biological children, that the police officers are your friend first, and they can become your enemy quick, but they're your friend first. And that's when they come out on this type of setting, they get involved with the kids in the community for a brief amount of time, but they kind of get this idea that, okay, we can talk to them, we can see them, they're people just like us. So I just having them to come about. And I mean, the fire department is different things, but the kids, when they see police officers, I want them to know, hey, I can come up and talk to them. I can actually come up and touch them and not feel like there's an issue or things like that.
And of course, like you say, it's a matter of getting to know them as people,
Right.
and everybody working together for the common goal. And again, that's for the good of the community. And really, that's the important thing about making a vibrant Suffolk. We need to have strength in our communities out there within the city, all across the city. So, but any parting words? We have a couple minutes left that you might offer to someone, again, thinking about National Night Out, and just maybe your thoughts about National Night Out in general, to get people encouraged, get them fired up, get them involved in this year's activity.
When I came up through Suffolk, all the communities were connected.
Right.
Saratoga, South Suffolk, Lake Kennedy, I think they called it something else. But we were all connected. We all did things together. Parks and Rec was very involved. We had Peter Mitchell and Kay, I don't remember Kay's last name, but it was a lot of community involvement. And at times I've tried to get that back. And to let kids know that people in Saratoga are your friend. People in Lake Kennedy are your friend. Jericho, things like that. And so some people think, okay, me having my National Night Out, I don't want to involve Saratoga. I don't want to involve, and that's not me. I've tried to combine with Saratoga just to do some things together. And so the whole idea is to bring everyone together, and even if we can do one big thing together, for the neighborhoods, everyone's still going to have their National Night Out, but to just get those kids come out, get your neighborhood going, get out and stand on the corner and talk to a few people. And that's not to say get out here and shout, hey, I'm here. Just get on the corner and talk to a few kids, come out and find out, hey, what do you want? What type of changes you want in your neighborhood? And you can incorporate that into your National Night Out just by talking. Say, hey, this is what we're trying to get done. This is things we're trying to get changed. And community participation is tough. Just getting them out there, getting them motivated. And, especially with the way the economy is going. And if you let them know that, hey, this is a free event that we're trying to reach out to you. Not saying that you're not self-sufficient or anything like that, but we're trying to hold this event for us so we can better our neighborhood and our community in general.
That's right, and of course, again, that's what National Night Out's all about, bringing the community, bringing the city as a whole together to say no to crime. But again, it's not, we just don't want it to be a one night a year event. You want it to kind of to create other development and other things to come out of it. Again, communities coming together to figure out what do we want to do, what do we want to accomplish, and then bridging out from there to kind of make everything a success for everyone. Okay. Well, Mr. Struthers, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
And of course, National Night Out coming up on Tuesday, August the 6th. Don't miss it. And of course, if you would like more information, visit our Suffolk National Night Out website at suffolknno.org.